Week 14 of the 2024 NFL season.
Best show ever. My man.
Dude.
What's up, buddy? Bringing it back. Let's go.
Oh, we are bringing it back. Doesn't matter how we do on the spreads. We are always back, right?
Listen, no, we are back.
Always
we are
back.
here. We show up. We take a beating. We get back up. We show up. But listen,
Hey.
I got to start out right away. Before you do, man, great job with the Kool-Aid pick. All season long. All season long right there. Like, you hit me. When you took the Cowboys last week, it made me like just it was a shock to the system. Like, something is wrong with the algorithm.
You were off kilter the rest of the show,
and it showed in my picks.
It did.
I delivered another double-digit loss. Look, it's been a struggle, but listen, we are delivering 10-3 on the Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
great job.
Hey, I want to say it was so fun. The last time you and I saw each other was at the Turkey Trot downtown, and we live in Toledo.
Yeah.
And so we were down the Turkey Trot with the kids. It was an absolute blast.
Done the intro yet, man.
I know that. We'll get to that in a second.
Intro?
Yeah,
You
we'll
got
do
Carl?
that. You want me to do that now?
Yeah, do that now.
Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Let's start again.
Let's go.
You got Carl. You've got Doug. You've got Fire and Brimm Sports.
Fire and Brimm.
That's
Best
right.
show ever.
It is week 14 of the 2024 season. That's
Yes.
right. Okay, now back to it.
Yeah.
How was the run?
Man,
It was fun. It was an absolute blast.
Oh my gosh. So me and my girls, we ran it. My daughters, we ran the race. It was so much fun. My
We got a team
7-year-old
picture,
ran it for the
Fire
first
team
time.
picture,
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
yeah.
7-year-old ran the 5K for the first time. She didn't do the kid race, the little mile one. She was like, I want to run with the big kids, Dad. Let's go. And she did it. She made it, and she's, long legs. She ran with her sisters are, long legs, all tall, so her little legs the whole time.
So Lainey is really short, so like about Ping's height.
Yeah. Ping, she might be. She might be.
Sorry,
taller than
Ping.
She might have Ping by a little bit.
Okay, I played tennis with Ping. I played pickleball with Ping.
Yeah.
And man,
Play one-on-one basketball.
He scurries around the court. It is impressive.
I bet he's
fast. The
super
dude
athletic.
is super
I get that
athletic.
impression from
it's
Ping, for
awesome.
sure.
Man, he just stands and he just smacks that ball. It's impressive. So no, it was
Anyway,
fun.
great time at the race. Great time on Thanksgiving.
You had a good time
family,
Thanksgiving?
friends. Yeah, it was always fantastic.
Ate too much and all that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
How'd you feel about the Ohio State-Michigan game?
Okay, so we want to talk, like, the only thing that needs to be said is pretty much what everybody else has already said. Like,
Yeah.
that's not, like, that was their game plan.
Yes.
Like, they didn't just show up and say, hey, let's do this.
Yes.
Their
Yes.
game plan was to
play not to win.
If there was a blueprint to how to get upset when you're
that
down
was
3
it.
touchdowns,
That was it.
that's the way you coach the football.
Yes.
Right? If there was a roadmap on, if we're going to blow this game, this is how you do it. And they followed it to the T. I know Michigan fans that into the game were like,
What happened?
What happened?
How did that happen?
How did that happen?
How did that happen? Yeah, it was befuddling. As an Ohio State fan, it was befuddling. It was.
The Gators went into this season with the toughest schedule imaginable, and we got 7 wins. We finished with a win over our rival. We finished with back-to-back wins over ranked teams, beating LSU, Ole Miss. We've got an amazing quarterback, and our coach, whose job was in jeopardy, he's just stayed the course, man. And I'm excited about where our football team.
You got to do that. You got to do that. At some point, you just have to. That's right. That's why you get paid the big bucks. That's why you're in front of the cameras. You've got to take it.
Now the one thing you don't watch
which is like us.
Yeah,
which is like us in front of the camera, right?
How are we getting into college football anyway? Yeah,
I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's sit down. Let's talk about the record.
There's a whole other show. If you haven't tuned into the Fire and Brimm College show, go ahead and look that up. Make sure you're watching.
We need to get that. Okay, real quick, let's go through the records.
If we must.
I'll just cover all this, sort of stuff there. So we did. How do we recycle? I tell you what, it was. You were 5-11. I was 7-4 after the 1 o'clock games.
Yeah.
I'm going, dang, this is going to be a double-digit week. I'm smoking it. Lose the last 5 games.
You have one job. You have one job, and that is deliver. Listen, if there are folks out there that have just hammered I mean, you can make if you're seriously not just watching the games for fun and you're messing around doing 3-team parlays, putting a little money on the games or whatever. If you just hammered that Kool-Aid pick every week, you're sitting at 10-3. Are you kidding me right now? Your lock pick of the week is 10-3.
I love it.
There's nobody doing that, Doug.
Absolutely love it.
And it threw me, it threw my system into a bit of a shock when we went with the Cowboys last week. It was such a garbage game, and it was a great pick because you're locked in, man.
Yeah.
You are locked in. I'm impressed with the Kool-Aid pick this year.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Sports Boys had another 7-9 week. I mean, I thought it was tough. I thought it was tough. It was a tough week. You know what? You're right. It's tough every week.
Yeah.
But
if it was easy, they wouldn't have all those buildings out there in Vegas.
You know what? You're spot on about that. It wasn't tough for everybody, though. Eric Mincer, 12-4, man.
Nice week.
12-4. And
Nice
then
week.
a bunch of people. I mean, we've got other. Caleb Williams. Kirk didn't mean it.
What is he doing?
Genghis Khan, Ping, what the heck are you doing?
Listen, I just need to step out. I just need to step out and let him have.
He can have the whole. He can have the whole
come
show.
back and do the show.
Yeah, he can have the whole show. Ping. I think we get him out for the
He's
Christmas
leading
show.
the overall, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's not going to
everything.
come on. He's like to give his picks on Tuesday.
Actually, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, he whines about it. I can't change my pick.
Wyatt Martin,
I mean,
Knuckles Montgomery, in love with it. We've got Grant McLaren on the board. Grant McLaren from.
Where are you from, Grant?
Where are you from, Grant?
I mean, he's got to be from like Northwest Ohio or something.
No, he's
right?
not.
He's got to be.
Scotland.
Get out of here.
That's right. That's right. Fireburn Sports is international.
Does he know Lewis?
Absolutely.
Where's Lewis from?
Lewis is from Scotland.
Oh, they're both. Do they know each
they're
other?
both from Scotland.
Are they neighbors?
I hope so. That's right.
Meet down at the pub?
So we should go there. Have you ever been to Scotland? You got to go to Scotland. Bucket list. Bucket list country. You have a beautiful country. I mean, it is absolutely, it is everything you think.
Let's just move the show there. We'll do one show. We'll have Grant come down.
Oh, I love it. Oh, my gosh, I'm in. I'm all in. So a bunch of people just had a great week. A bunch of people had 10 wins.
Better weeks than Ryan Day had.
That's right. A bunch of people had 10 wins as well. I mean, it just, your usual ones. Jaden Ross is in there. Z Payne, Bills Mafia. A lot of great folks in that one. And then, as you said, on top.
Look at this guy. Look at this
he is
guy.
pulling away.
I mean,
too.
124 and 71.
He's 5 games.
He's 124 and 71 against the spread.
I know.
Interception.
He's 50 games above 500.
Oh.
I mean, I was just, my gosh, dude, seriously.
He's unreal.
What are you talking about? I mean, everybody else is having a great year too, but seriously, Pinger.
Yep. Nice job, Ping. Yep.
Goodness, wow.
Keep us on our toes. Let's just skip right over
somebody
this.
Somebody at Brimm, is upholding the fact that, what do you always say?
It's a serious handicapping show.
That's right. That's
Listen,
exactly.
we're not. Yeah, we're here to mess around, and I'm telling you, I'm here. I got things tweaked.
All right.
I know everything now.
3-team parlay.
Listen,
I thought this was an absolute home run. Smack it out of the park.
The double-digit spreads, I don't like them, but I've been riding with the Lions. I said, let's just keep rolling them. If they don't cover, don't overthink it. If they don't cover, we're going to double them up next week. The Bengals, I mean, Burrow had the game to cover. I don't know. The defense is just they can't stop anybody. And then I thought Baltimore would stand up to Philly, but Philly is nothing but men. Philly
I was 100% with you on every single one.
Philly is so good.
Oh, they're good. They're good.
Yep.
We'll talk about their top fives in just a second here. Survivor pick. We are down to 3. We lost one more. The Falcons took them out.
We still have.
I'm so impressed with that. I'm so impressed. We got 3. We got 3. Okay. Again, we keep asking. Let us know who you guys are. That's right. They don't want us to mess them up. Is what it is.
Remind me at the end. At the very end, to say something, to ask who they are again, because that's when they're fast forward into the picks.
Okay, let's go to top 5 real quick.
Yeah, this is a solid top 5 because this is where it's at right here.
Okay, we both had the Eagles, we both had the Bills, we had we have the top 4. The only one that's different is you've got the Vikings,
and that's basically interchangeable.
And the Chargers.
Because here's the thing, the Lions. This is what I'm worried about right now as a Lions fan. We are now in a spot at 11-1.
Yeah, 11-1.
I mean, we are in a position we've never been in before. And we've got some injuries, and the pressure.
Got some injuries? Some injuries? They get a whole defense on injury reserve.
But the pressure, we don't have room for. You got Philly and Minnesota sitting right there.
Yeah.
We may not even win the division. there's no guarantee we're going to win that division.
That's why Thursday's game.
We don't have a 5-game
big.
lead on Minnesota here.
Yeah.
We got a 1-game lead and we play them again.
Yeah.
Like, this is... Look, the pressure of now you are the favorite to win it all. Everybody talks about you being not just the best team this year, but we're being put in groups of teams of like best teams ever.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. And one slip up, but I would not want to go into Philly. You're going to go into Philly with enough bulletin board material for the Eagles about how great the Lions are. That is not a place you want to be.
No, you don't want to do that.
We are not that good. We are not that invincible.
Let's talk about the playoffs.
I'm not going to hide from the fact that just a couple weeks ago I talked about the Lions' greatest team ever. Look, that's all part of my
it changes.
My shtick, right?
It changes,
but,
right?
It
changes.
Right now, the pressure. I feel the pressure. Obviously, as I went 5-11, man. Whew.
Okay, let's go to the AFC. The playoff picture after Week 13. This is what we got. Chiefs, they're in. They're in the playoffs. The Bills already won their division.
This is almost feeling locked up to me. I don't know if the Colts or the Dolphins can catch the Broncos because let me tell you, the Broncos.
The Broncos are
really good.
They're good.
Bo Nix looks really good.
You know what? Sean Payton.
And somebody's been telling us all season the Broncos.
That's right. Sean Payton should be in the head coach of the year conversation. You take a rookie and you get better
He's
and
like
better.
37 years old. He played like 85 college games. He's like the most ever.
Well, okay, yeah, but he still is good. You take
he's not
okay.
coach of the year. Out of here, coach of the year.
I think
Harbaugh's be better coach of the year than him.
Harbaugh should be in the conversation.
Dan Campbell be better coach of the year.
Mike Tomlin should be in the coach of your conversation.
Exactly. Yeah, get out of here.
Not Sean McDermott though. He's still on my hot seat. All right, in the NFC, okay, we got the Lions. Remember,
Sean Payton is not coach of the year. I'm sorry. No.
All right, we got the Lions, and like you said, the Eagles are right on their heels.
The Vikings are on their heels. The Vikings are on their heels.
You're right.
The Vikings are right there.
Okay, so the Buccaneers and the Falcons, they're vying for that division.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to take the division.
And then Seahawks, Cardinals, and the Rams.
That's right. They're all taking out the division. So if they stub their toes, if they clip their wings, these two guys are going to be down there. So
all three of them might beat up on each other and let Washington and Green Bay stay in.
Absolutely. So it is going to be fun. It's going to be
tough.
fun.
I used to think there wasn't anybody in the NFC that was a threat to the Lions, but it is looking really tough.
Okay.
The good teams are rising to the top right now.
Before we get to the brown bag, let's make a reassessment real quick about our contenders. Pretenders.
We can swap these guys.
Just take them right off. Yeah, just pretenders all the way. All right, then what do you get? You're going to put that's a good call. Good call. I think. What about Washington?
Why are they on there?
That's true. Take them off. I'm going to put Washington over here. They are legitimate. At least I'm thinking they're legitimate contenders. Not to win it all. I mean, just to make the playoffs.
Who's a threat to win it all?
I mean, all these guys. What about the Steelers? I know Steelers. I put them as frauds. I put them at frauds. If they can earn the right not to be frauds, okay, all right, I'm with you on that.
Definitely in that stack to make the playoffs.
Okay,
these are teams that we think are going to make the playoffs. These are teams that have a legitimate shot to win the whole thing.
Do we?
You know what? How at 10-2? All right.
Yeah.
Skull.
Yeah.
At 10-2, we cannot. At some point, you're just going to have to believe in the Vikings. I mean, you're just going to have to. What have they done for us to not believe in them?
I know. It's still Sam Darnold. It's still... I agree. Okay.
I think we got to say Minnesota is a legit
contender.
To win that division. A contender for the number one seed.
The division, yeah.
And a contender to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know if I go that far.
And at that point, they've got the coach of the year.
That's okay. That would be legit. All right, let's get going. So let us know who you think about our changes here. I'm trying to just get this here.
Yeah, Bengals are.
Yeah, they're off. I mean,
Dolphins. You went and showed who you are. You can't play up north.
They're so hurt. Not going to make any difference. Actually, the Seahawks. They're like contenders for making the playoffs.
I like the Rams ahead of them, but
okay,
that's just my dour realism.
Same thing.
So,
okay, dour realism. I haven't heard that in quite a while. All right, dude.
Yeah,
let's get to the board.
Week 14. This is what I realized about Week 14. Is by the time you get to Week 14, now we know absolutely everything. Brown bags. Look, guys, I'm going to go with the Bengals here because That was your chance to make a run, put it together. Let's make the playoffs. Just okay is not okay. You can't play defense. You're not going to win games. Joe Burrow can only do so much. We got to get it turned around. And I know you'd like to see Dak Taylor out the door.
I would love to see Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is the head coach that the Bengals need. Bill Belichick, baby. That's the only team that he would be the perfect head coach for. Falcons, just okay is not okay. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, you guys earn and deserve the right to be on the brown bag. Okay.
Didn't you? Every time they lose, because you picked them to win the division, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. I picked to go to the Super Bowl.
So every time they lose, you have vent to get. Anytime the Kool-Aid pick loses, brown bag. Anytime they fire the coach. Anytime. Anyway,
yeah, that's
a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. So let's get to it.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the contenders, pretenders. You know, where we got everything. With the team starting the brown bag. It's a whole shot.
This says we need to accept something about this week. You are what your record says you are.
Yeah.
You are what your record says you are.
That's a great
This stuff down here, these teams, this is just a hot, steaming garbage.
Garbage, mess.
This is like your dog goes outside in the wintertime and does his business, and it's just steaming. It's just steaming. That's what's going on, and you know what? Your record proves it. Philly, you are what your record says you are, man. You are good. You are legit. Let's go with this board. Let's go.
I love this Thursday night game. You know why? Because both teams played on Thanksgiving.
Yep, beautiful.
So they've got a full week. Mm-hmm. This is like a legitimate, nobody has an unfair advantage, or they both don't have the short weeks. This is a full week of rest for them. And that's good for the Lions because they have a injury reserve list like this tall, which is absolutely amazing. Testament to Brad Holmes and Aaron Glenn and, all those guys. But
they've got a next man up. Go ahead.
The Packers taking on the Lions. The Lions by 3.5. I mean, it's given to them 3.5 because of the home fate. They're the home team, right?
Here's the thing. Lions, to get the Lions at this low number, I'll take it. We didn't cover last week. We're going to cover this week. They've got a next man up mentality. The pressure's building, but at home they will feed off that crowd. Lions get the win. Lions get the cover. Let's go.
Grant is going all the way from Scotland.
Welcome, Grant, to the hot seat.
And he's saying, Lions, I'm going to go with the dog. Okay. I am going to go with the dog. Look at it. I start with a dog.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, I think, if we go with that trend. But let's go. Moving on. One loss for...
Okay. One of us starts out 0-1.
All right.
Okay. The Falcons. Just okay is not okay, right?
That's right.
Take on Sam Darnold. Is he going to show a stretch? I thought a couple weeks ago he was.
Right.
Vikings by 4.5. Yeah. I mean... They're tough up there in the Metrodome. They're
Cousins making his return home, right? You love seeing a player go back to his hometown. Not his hometown, but the team he played for. I'm going to go with the Vikings to cover this game.
I'm going to go with you too. I think you, Grant, and I are all on the same.
The Vikings, they are a quiet 10-2, man. I don't think they have any pressure. They're just, let's just go win football games. Atlanta's slipping. Once you get on that slippery slope, it's hard to stop it.
Absolutely.
I think Minnesota puts a beat down.
Don't catch a falling knife. Yeah. Don't try it. You're just going to get cut. All right. Interesting one. The Panthers. Bryce Young's actually playing better. Mm-hmm. I got to give him credit. They have the worst run defense in the NFL, and they've one of the worst pass defense in the NFL. The Eagles, we know what the Eagles are. Your record is what you say. You're 12.5, though. 12.5. I mean, what do you do with that? Who would this start out with? Grant.
Surprisingly enough, teams that are favored by that much cover more than you would think they would.
Yeah.
But I just think the Eagles are going to run the ball the entire game. It's going to be a slower pace, lower scoring, and I do think Carolina finds a way to stay within the number. They have the potential to win the game, but I don't see them getting blown out of the building.
You know what? And I just forgot something.
Not pick all the favorites?
Not pick all the favorites. I forgot this. So last time I had a good week, I had... hold on a second. I got
Yeah, you did. It's a little late now.
Okay.
You're trying to change your luck?
I just realized...
You're trying to go with my Kozar Good Luck jersey? When you dressed for the Halloween show?
I did. That's what I did for the Halloween show. That's right. So the last time I did do well, I'm just thinking like, oh crap, I forgot about that. I got to put this on. So okay, these picks look even better now. They feel better now.
That's okay.
All right, my Raiders taking on the Buccaneers. What do you say about Baker?
Boy, he's having a year, isn't he?
Tell you what.
Yeah.
The Raiders looked a lot better last week under the tutelage of Scott Turner and Norv Turner. I like what they did.
Yeah.
I'm going to come out right now and say I'm picking the Raiders.
Good.
I'm going to take the dogs.
Yep, nice pick. Not so fast, my friend. Here's the thing. The Raiders, the Buccaneers, again, they're on a roll. Baker has no fear. They're not feeling any pressure. This is going to be a 10-point win for the Bucs pretty much with ease. The Raiders are sitting at 2-10. Tutelage, whatever. They've got no motivation to travel down into Tampa and win that football game. They got a long flight. They got to travel across the country. They're going to be tired and wore out. And they got to get their luggage.
I pick a dog. A legitimate dog.
Tampa Bay. 10-point win. You are what your record says you are. You're 2-10. You're fighting for a division. You don't have time to sit back. You're gonna pull away and you're gonna win by 10 or more.
Okay, the Jets are a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins beat no good teams, but they don't have to worry about that this week.
Yeah. Nope, they don't.
Because they're playing the Jets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
The Jets have no business being in this football game. But
and Grant
they do still have
well.
Aaron Rodgers, who isn't just going to go. He's not just going to show up to lose.
He's not going to just roll over.
Yeah, he's not just going to roll over. So the Jets will be in that game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets get that win and just finally put the nail in the Dolphin coffin. Just get their season over with. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets win that game outright.
All right, Jaguars. Mac Jones is playing. Trevor Lawrence, so he's going to be out. Will Levis is playing better. Will is playing better. Mac. Grant is saying the Titans. I'm going to say the Titans. What say you, my friend?
Yeah, I hate taking crappy teams and laying points, but in this particular case, again, I see Tennessee with the chance to really take it to somebody and get themselves a 10-point victory. I like them to take. Jacksonville just has no fight left. They've got nothing left, and yeah.
All right.
Mac Jones is starting too, so they have no offense.
So the Saints, what you say again? Just okay is not okay kind of team. Take on the Giants. Giants don't have Dexter Lawrence in their inside defense, which means that Alvin Kamara should just be running wild. Yeah. I don't like the outdoor part of this thing because Derek Carr and the Saints don't play well outdoors.
It's a big deal. This is a field goal football game. You're not going to pull away. 4.5 is a 10.
I know. That's a lot. I'm not disagreeing with you.
The Giants are going to. The game means nothing to both teams, except the Giants are playing at home. They don't have to travel, basically, is all that means. They can sleep in their own beds, and they will show up and, field goal football game either way. Who kicks the field goal at the end to win?
Okay.
This game will be decided by a field goal.
Let's get to the last 6 games here. Okay, the Browns. What do you say about Jameis Winston?
Here's what I said. Go ahead. Introduce the game, and I'll tell you what I say about Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, what he had, almost 500 yards of passing. Mm-hmm. He had, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. I mean, you got the full. If you bought a ticket to that game, you got everything that you asked for. That's what you get, Jameis Winston. Take on the Steelers, who really had the best game of the year. Sure. I think he got a bad Cincinnati defense, though. Grant says go ahead with the Browns.
Yeah.
Remember, 2 weeks ago, it was just 2 weeks ago these two played. I think it was 2 weeks ago, yeah. Because I picked the Steelers in that one.
Good job. Pick them again. Because Jameis Winston, look, here's the thing about the Browns. They have nothing really to play for, but Jameis Winston, I was disappointed at the end of that game because I thought they were going to get Denver there. But Jameis Winston's having fun. Yeah. And he's enjoying the game of football. And he's actually, besides a couple of mistakes, he's got weapons. The Browns have an offense. They are going to Pittsburgh to win this game.
Yeah.
They are not laying down. You are what your record says you are. But Pittsburgh, they are, and they're grinding. I mean, I'm not trying to knock Pittsburgh, but Cleveland will be in this game.
Pittsburgh, the last 3 times the Browns have been there, they have beat the Browns by 10 points or more.
Yeah, good pick.
So that's it.
Stay with that.
I will go with.
Because did they have Jameis Winston the last 2 times they've been there?
I know they had.
Because James Winston has asked the Lord to relieve him to get him away from the. Oh Lord. Oh.
That's right. I'm going with the Steelers again. You think I would learn?
Do you realize
2 weeks ago
that Jameis Winston has the Lord on his side?
I am going with the Steelers again.
I hope it goes 11-3.
Remember, I put them on the brown bag.
I mean, a 6.5 point favorite. I love taking 7-point favorites.
At home.
Okay.
At home.
Beautiful.
It was a home.
God, that's so bad. But I can't. You're 10-3. I can't say nothing. I really can't. And I've been terrible. So.
All right,
I'll give you that.
The Seahawks, I like what they're doing. They had a nice win last week. I mean, they travel a lot because they have no choice. Yeah. Take on the Cardinals. I think they're pretty much frauds for the most part.
You do.
Taking the Cardinals by 2.5.
Cardinals are going to This is a battle for the
Grant
division.
says Cardinals.
I'm going with them. Cardinals win this game.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. They beat the Cardinals in week 12, 16-6.
Yep, means nothing.
I mean,
means absolutely nothing.
I'm going to go. I took another dog. Not get any
And
love at all for the dogs.
It's
Any
hard
love.
to beat a team twice.
That's
more
true.
than the fact that they beat them, so that means they're going to do it again.
That's why Pittsburgh is going to
Browns are
destroy.
going to be in that game.
No, they're going to win by 7. They're going to win by 10. Remember, their average is 10.
Okay.
Bills, 7 straight wins. 6 of those wins, they have scored 30 or more points.
Yep.
This was almost my Kool-Aid pick right here. Against the Rams, they're not going to keep up. The Bills.
Rams will keep up.
You think so?
Matt Stafford, and yes, they will keep up.
It is indoor.
They'll be in
It's a
there.
little bit better. I'm going to go with the
Indoor, but the
Bills.
weather will be better than they got last week.
I'm joining Grant. I'm going to say the Bills. I mean, that was almost my Kool-Aid pick.
Okay.
Almost my Kool-Aid pick.
I
Okay.
wouldn't have liked that one either. I would have liked it more, actually. But
The Bears take on the 49ers. The 49ers, I mean, they have no Mason, they have no C-Mac,
Yeah.
they have nothing.
I'm not worried about that.
Nothing at all. That's right. 49ers by 4.5.
Nothing except for the Bears are terrible. Sometimes teams like to respond with the new coach, but this Bears are just in complete disarray.
Grant
Caleb's
says-
already down a coach. 49ers blow them out.
Look at
49ers
this.
blow them out. That might
Look
be
at
like
this.
a 31-3.
Look at this. I picked another dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I any love at all? Any respect? Any?
Good job. Good job. Let's talk when the week's over. Hopefully, I'm not going 5-11 again. So I would have, if I were you, I'd have hoped I had more of the same picks as me because I'm not going. Listen, I've tweaked the algorithm.
Okay. The Chargers take on the Chiefs.
Yep.
Chiefs by 3.5 because they're at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know. Okay. Grant says it's the Chiefs. He's going with the Chiefs on this one. I love what
stay
Jim
with
Harbaugh is doing. And I am so close to taking another dog. I am so close to taking
It's
another
not that
dog.
hard to take a dog.
But I'm going to take the Chiefs just because it's the Chiefs and they're playing at home. It's
prime time, so
and they
yeah.
got Isaiah Pacheco back too. Okay, last one. When they set this game up back in April, May, the NFL guys are going, what a
big
game!
matchup, yeah.
What a matchup! We get the Bengals taking
Joe
on.
Burrow,
Oh my gosh,
Dak
that's right, Dak
Prescott,
Prescott. It's gonna be
the
great,
America's
right?
team, yeah.
Look at this. It's just like you said that the smoking dog poop in the backyard. Okay, Bengals by 5.5. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this one.
What I want to do with this one is that the
Grant
Bengals
says-
defense is horrible, but they're not going to need a lot of defense in this game. They could outscore them. They're going to outscore them by 5.5. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to take the Bengals for exactly the same reason that you said. Grant says the Cowboys, but you could have an argument either way. All right, let's go to the 3-team.
Yeah. 0-3
parlay.
last week doesn't happen very often. We're usually at least 2 out of 3 on that. Look, the Lions are not going to not cover 2 weeks in a row. The injuries will be fine.
Lions.
Plug and play team. We're going with the Lions. Jameis Winston is having too much fun, and this is a rivalry game. They're not going to lose by
Can't
6.5.
do that. You cannot
Cleveland.
go up against the Kool-Aid pick.
We're going up against the Kool-Aid pick. I'm not going to go. I'm not losing another 3-team parlay. And then here's
you
your last
can't
one.
do that.
Your other Kool-Aid pick?
Yeah.
I got the Rams. To be in this football game, the Rams are fighting for a playoff spot. The Bills have already clinched their division. They've already clinched their division.
Yeah, no, they want it. They want to get the Chiefs.
No, your theory would be sit everybody, right? Why do they want to play Josh Allen?
The Lions.
They've already clinched the
Lions.
division. Why would they play? Just sit everybody. Let's sit, wait for the playoffs.
You are so wrong.
I'm going with the Rams.
Dude, this is fun as usual.
Yeah, man, listen. I got to get back on track. This serious handicapping show. I'm sorry we weren't on the same pick as the but I got to deliver some dour realism, and 5-11 isn't going to cut it.
You gotta
I've
do
got
it.
Maybe, we got 13 games on here. I got double-digit wins coming, so I got 10 wins in
Well,
there.
the funny thing is, so do I.
I got 3 losses.
So do I.
Good luck.
Last time it was Halloween, we both had double-digit wins. All right, so we will get this on YouTube, and we'll be on Twitter, and put posts on Facebook and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Tell us what you think about the
guys,
picks,
put your
brown
comments in.
bags.
It's the
That's
best
right.
part of the show.
Get the comments.
Let's
The
go.
3-team parlays are great. Tell us about what you would have in your Kool-Aid pick.
I am
Every
not
time.
getting enough grief for my 5-11, so let me have it, guys. Tell me how bad my picks are.
Unload on Carl.
Please.
Absolutely.
I need it. It always fuels me. So
All right.
I need
How
the
do
bounce
you
back.
end it all the time,
Listen,
man?
this is what I want. Everybody, I want you to dig in. I want you to put them in the comments and let me know because I need the help. But let's pick some winners, guys. Get out of here. Pick some winners.
I love it when
Let's
you
go.
say that,
Come
dude.
on.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hey, everybody, have a good one. Have a fun week 14. We will see you. Bye.